Hi everybody, I'm Grels, and these are interesting times in the Nexus, because just yesterday we got revealed the next hero who will be coming to the Nexus. This week on the PTR, next week on the live servers, and it's gonna be Qhira, the realmless bounty hunter. And her entry yesterday on Reddit was kinda ambivalent, because people were hoping for a Blizzard original hero, which she isn't. She is like Orphea, a Nexus-born hero from a sunken realm or something. We don't know that much about her. She's a bounty hunter, though. She's the last survivor of one realm, something like that, and she is working for money and she has a pendant, an amulet that helps her somehow. From the story, I don't know. She doesn't have any talents about this, but she talks about that. Positive thing that was mentioned by a lot of people though was her kit. So the talents look really interesting, her mechanics, and that's what we're going to focus on now. So let's pop it in and speak a little bit of music, and here we go. So let's check the talents together. Here we are. So she has, let's check the D first, that's her trait, and it's just a grappling hook, like a little bit like the Sonya spear, but you can see this. That's why I see the terrain lines. I can shoot it on terrain, and I get pulled there. Toggle the cooldowns. It's 25-second cooldown, and I can put it on terrain and on heroes. It's not. It's like this. There's no hero now. Okay. And when I hit a hero, I give him like 150 damage impact. That's that. And you can. That's the D.
Focused but alert.
Mobility, and then you can see I start with a W here now, because that's what you see here now, the small marks, like Anna's poison or something. So when somebody is hit from either auto attack or ability damage, they get damage over time after that. And I can also activate it, and this activation does a little bit bonus damage, like maybe Lunara's poison, not that much actually, but a little bit. And also heals me if it's on heroes. The damage over time goes also on minions, but it doesn't. It just heals you on heroes. Yes.
Let's get this done.
That. And the more heroes you have hidden, the stronger it gets. So if you have the whole group of heroes afflicted, they got more damage. So now go to her Q, back to her cute ability. That's this. Yeah, short range, straight line shot. It pops out, it pops back. It has a 6-second cooldown, and everybody who stands in that thing gets damage over time a little bit, like ticking every. So not only hidden once, but can be hidden more times. You see this? They got now hidden 4 times, 2 times, depends. It's like and it inflicts also the mark. So it's a short range AoE damage in a line, and inflict the marks. It's actually important sometimes to have more people hit with more things for some talents, so that. And then there's the interesting talent, that ability, that's the E ability, and it's like a grappling hook, like her D. But you see this, the D, but it's a shorter range, but it can go over terrain. So you can go hit people behind walls. So if somebody you might hit him here, and it's just against heroes. The D hits on terrain. The E is just against heroes. And if you hit a hero, you lock down on him and turn around like this. One full circle. You do one full circle, and everybody who is hit from the line, from the radius going around, gets some damage. Also, the target in the middle gets some damage, and it can move though. So if you aren't somebody, he can move away. You're still on it, attached and turning around like a satellite. And during this turning, whenever you want, you can press E again and jump into the middle, stun the target, and push and kick it a little bit in the opponent direction. You stun it for 7.75 seconds and do some impact damage. And that's interesting. If you somebody wants to run away, you do this and oh no, stop, come back. And really cool ability. So she has, and also an interesting thing is you can use your D while you're circling in your E, like this, and that's just really cool. You can switch targets with that. You can also save yourself with that, so it's just really cool. So yes, this is on a 16-second cooldown though. Really cool, and she has two strong mobility talents, abilities like the D and the E. The E goes over walls and whatever. The D not. Both can hit heroes. D can hit the terrain. W is damage over time passively and active for some heal and additional damage. Q is just a short range poking damage stuff thing. And that is that. Let's check the heroics. We have the heroic 1 at the unrelenting strikes. It's like a Zamura whirlwind, increasing a little bit and in the end stunning. So let's do some damage over time and then stun. Not bad. Teamfight ability, 75 cooldowns, 75 seconds.
Meet your end with dignity.
Not bad. Let's check the other talents. Other level 10, it's like a short range, what's it called? Hinterland Blast. So you see this? Wind up time, damage in a line, moving. But like a, yeah, like a thundering without the stun, just with the damage. It has a short cooldown, just 40 seconds, and does a little bit more damage to heroes. That is 25% more damage against heroes who are below 50% health. 1 second wind up, and then the damage. That's that. So shorter cooldown, no stun. So let's go back to everything here, and let's check the talents together. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So, so on level 1, you have to choose either go for more damage talent. So more damage on your auto attacks. So whenever you hit the heroes that are below 50% health, you get more attack speed and more damage. Or you have this quest, hitting more people with W. It increases the time of your W, and it also does more damage to heroes under 50%. She has this mechanic a lot. Like people that are heroes that are below 50% damage alive get more damage from her. That's like maybe the theme of her as a bounty hunter. Want to kill somebody. She's really strong in dueling though. And the Q is like slow on. The Q is more damage on your Q. And also I choose this now, so, and also some slow. So if you hit somebody at least 3 times, they get slowed. You see this? And you have like wait, oh, it was this. And if you hit at least 3 times, they get bonus damage. Yeah, you see this. So it's really strong for short. If you have short range possibilities, fighting is strong. The auto attack is also very strong, I think, in my opinion. The W I haven't checked that much yet, I think, but in my AI games I like the auto attack and the Q, but you have to find out it yourself. It depends on how you want to fight. With the Q ability, team fight, remember the more you hit, the better. So that's more for group fighting, the Q. The auto attack is maybe also more for solo. I don't know. It's also strong. It's like if you have the ability to do that auto attack safely, it's really strong. The W, damage over time, might work, longer poking stuff. So on level 4, it's about survivability as well. You can choose to get evasion on your W. Let's line it in. You can have to choose evasion on your W whenever you hit more than at least 2 heroes with your W. When activating your W, then it gives you evasion. Next evade next 4 heroic basic attacks. So 4 basic attacks are evaded within 12 seconds, which can be very strong against some heroes. Then you have the E. That is slowing, so you slow the main target for 25%. Everybody that is hit by the Deathlite thing by even 35% for 3 seconds. So some utility, and then you have the armor gain. Hitting heroes with an auto attack gives you 10 armor, up to 30 armor for 3 seconds. So you have to choose what you need.
Choose a talent.
Do you need the armor
Now to
Do
cross
you
you
need
off the
the
list.
evasion, or do you need slow on the enemy utility? That's the thing. Choose wisely, and on level 7, choose even more wisely, because you have a little bit baseline sustain on your W when you activate it, but 7 is very important on how to get more sustain, and you need more sustain because you're a melee assassin.
With
And
haste.
this more sustain can come out of your Q. Oh no, wait. So you can either choose, if your Q hits, your next auto attack will heal you. You can choose if the W damages an enemy hero below 50%, you heals for additionally 50%, so with the active thing. The active thing heals usually, so more healing from the active if you hit low enemies. W healing from auto attacks when you hit your Q, or healing when you hit your E, or people with or more heroes with a swing around. So that's the choice. Where you want to get the sustain from Q and auto attack, from
Focused,
W
but alert.
low target, or from swinging around people. And that's really important to your playstyle, and also really important
That's
depending
the
on the
one.
enemy comp.
Very
So
well.
this is an important tier, I think. Very important for your sustain survivability, how to play. I don't know.
Choose a talent.
Then you choose the heroic. I go for
Choose a
this,
talent.
and I think both are fine. You have to evaluate it yourself, and then we go for level 13. Level 13. So level 13, we have some damage talents, most likely here again on 13, and Q, as you can carnage, yes. So you have more uptime for your Q
Simple.
whenever somebody is at least on and somebody's on 5 max blood rage stacks. So like this,
The
and
dance
it's pretty easy to
begins
maintain
anew.
5 blood rage stacks with that. So it's getting uptime. You have even more Q uptime, which can be really strong if you go Q build. More Q uptime on the first one. Then that is main target, more main target to the main. If you hit the E on the main target and then you hit other people around it, every time you hit another hero, the main target gets more damage. So 250 per hero hit. So that's like a single target thing. And then you have the auto attack build. So whenever you hit the same target consecutively, then you your damage increases. So
Choose a
let's
talent.
choose this. You see, every time I hit, the damage gets bigger, up to 100%, and it stays like this until you hit another hero,
As you
and it's
say.
gone on another target. So that's a auto attack build. So choose wisely how you will get more damage. And on level 16, you have an E only tier talent tier, and you have to choose the utility that your E will additionally get. And that could be, starts from the bottom. You could get faster recharging and spell armor, so it gives you more survivability in some situations and more uptime of your E. Then you have the armor reduction on the target that is hit with the E, so even more burst possibility on the E target, the center target. Armor reduction, spell armor, and uptime. And you have the group stun. So usually you stun the target in the middle if you jump in, but with this talent you stun the whole group, which is silly. So you have a 1 second. The stun is increased from 7.75 to 1 second, and you can stun the whole team with that, and push the whole team, which is just strong. So big utility choices here on your E. Maybe you need the single target damage with the armor reduction. Maybe you need the spell armor yourself, 50 spell armor, and more uptime of your E if you need a lot of mobility. Or yeah, you just need the Team Wombo stun on Booming Cake, really strong. On 20 you can have the upgrades. In my opinion, she has very good level 20 choices. You can either choose to upgrade the heroic. The first upgrade gives it an instant 2-second silence. So instantly when you use your R, the people get silenced, and then additionally you have the old utility like damage for all that are in the area, and the stun at the end, and also the cooldown goes down for any hero hit. So more uptime for your R plus instant silence for 2 seconds. Seems really strong for a team fight. Then also but also on the other heroic is really strong because It does more bonus damage to low targets, and whenever you kill somebody or somebody dies within 1.5 seconds after that, it got the talent, the heroic itself, and all other abilities of Qhira gets resetted. So yeah, that's also cool. So you can like spam the talent like twice or whatever, and use all the other thing again. So it could be big combo potential. Big combo potential also comes from the utility belt, which so let's throw the cooldown away. So usually you have 25 seconds on the D, but when you're not in a battle, the cooldown is now very short, and you can move around the map like freely with that stuff. Really cool. And another thing that this talent gives you is whenever you hit your E, your D is reset instantly. So like this, yeah, like this, and you can instantly do this again. So a lot of mobility, annoying stuff, and combo potential with that talent. It seems really cool, actually. You have to figure that out yourself. The fast cooldown just works when you're out of combat. So when you're fighting, it's not. So that's when the instant cooldown hitting your E comes in handy. Yeah, like I mentioned before, D has a longer range, so you sometimes need this to close the gap to the hero first, and then can use your D, and then you have the D up again instantly. This is really cool. Be careful with combining these talents too much, because actually I heard there's a bug currently that it may crash the game if you do it too much over not passable terrain, but whatever. And then you have no sanctuary. It's like you can reveal heroes around you, of I don't know how far around your whole map or not just an area. Heroes are revealed to you that are below 50% health, like Illidan's level 20 upgrade for the hunt. And while this effect is there, while they are revealed, you have 20% more movement speed, and you have a 20% increased damage against those target. So even more about finishing low heroes could be strong alone. I think 20% damage increased alone is really strong. So all of the level 20 talents are very, very strong. That's one thing I really mentioned, I could experience when trying against IE on the PTR. She does a lot of damage, and has a lot of ability possibilities to baseline, and maybe some more from the talents, some self-sustain, and it could be really strong. She could be really strong. Let's check how it turns out, but in my opinion, she might be, yes, she might be too strong, like my release level stuff.
Focused,
and let's check her dance before we ended this. She does like a card dancing style. And when you taunt, she does this. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's from. She like
you are out of your element.
Throws herself on the ground there. I am exposed. But you can't kill me. Or whatever. I don't know. Well, that's that. I hope you liked this small video. Let's check her. As a smooth ending, let's check her skins. So there we are. So there's the baseline skin.
It's you.
You get this with her, the Survivor Qhira, and the white pant Cobalt Qhira, and those two you can buy additionally. The Jade Qhira in green and the purple Fearless Qhira. And then there's the additional skin, that's a Scrapper King Qhira, where you have, so there's much hairspray and chainmail armor. Oh, it's not chainmail. That's scale. And a chainsaw sword, something like that. So you have, and here's other hair colors here. In the base skin, the hair is always black. Here you have red and blonde and white and what you like. So I hope you like this small video. If you got a good feeling from it, I'd be happy if you leave a comment, a like, or whatever. Check out my Twitch stream that will start within this week again, because Heroes Launch season that I'm covering starting as well. So if you want to see my silly face again, check it out. You see the links below. So far I have to say thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Gwels and I'm out, and I wish you a beautiful tryout with Qhira, the bounty hunter without a realm.
It's you. Any new leads for me?